Hi, this is Anthony, and this is a continuation of the XCart Gold walkthrough series. In this section, we're going to be talking about categories and category management within XCart, so that you can arrange your products in a useful and intuitive organization for folks who are shopping on your website. So when you log into XCart, you can get to categories by clicking on categories under management. We were already there, as you can see. What you'll see here is a list of the categories in the shopping cart. You'll notice that some categories here are dimmed out, and these categories are deactivated. And I'll show you how to deactivate them later within the modification, but you can also enable them and disable them here. So you see these here that are bold are set to yes, and these that are dimmed are set to no. So you can disable a category so that it doesn't show up on the menu when folks are browsing your shopping cart. Okay, it's pretty easy to add a category. We just do add new, but since the modify is almost identical to it, I'm going to show you that instead. Although, well, let's just go ahead and add a new category. We can always delete it. So, under the category, we can add a category icon, although they're rarely used. We can set the position of the category on the menu by setting a number. On the previous screen here, if I go back to Categories Management, you'll notice that the position here is set to 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that sets the order in which they appear. Okay, let's go back to the Add New. And under Add New here, there's not too much to set on a category, really. We can give it a name. We can give it a description. And we can set whether it's enabled or disabled. We can set some meta keywords, which we won't worry about right now. And we can save it, and that's it. That's all there is to adding a category. Modifying a category is almost identical, so let's go back and modify a category. So reproduction quilt patterns here. It shows us the category, reproduction quilt patterns. It gives us the opportunity to modify the category, in which case we can go back and change those values that we put in before. We can, we'll just back up here with the back button. And it allows us to add subcategories to this category. Now, when you add a subcategory, then you can, to the subcategories themselves, add subcategories. So you can build a hierarchy of categories in any way that you like. But you always have to remember how that menu system works. Let's just walk through that. Okay. Let's look. Notice that we have, this is the number of products that are in a category, and over here is the subcategories, how many subcategories it has. This category, Kits for Quilts, has 7 subcategories. And notice here the subcategories are listed. We could add another subcategory under Add New, which works just like regular categories. Or we could go into a subcategory like Door Banner Kits, and here we can add subcategories. So it works very much. It works very much like you're looking at a level at a time, and you're always looking at subcategories of the category that you selected. Here, I'll show you again. If we're looking at this category, for example, Kits for Quilts, then you're looking at the subcategories of Kits for Quilts. If you wanted to look at the subcategories of, say, punch needle embroidery, then you'll notice that punch needle embroidery patterns, actually if you back up here quick, punch needle embroidery, it has one subcategory, and it's punch needle embroidery patterns by country threads, and it has 29 products with no subcategories. Now we could add a subcategory here. We'll just call this Tony Special Category, so that we'll know how to remove it. and then we can give it a description here. This is a special category. And we'll set it to enabled, and then we'll save it. And notice that it returns to the category that you just added. We can go back here to Categories Management. We can go back to Punch Needle Embroidery, and as usual in xcart, traveling around is sometimes not a direct sort of thing. Sometimes you have to go back and start from the beginning, just like we did. And here's my Tony special category. Now, if I wanted, it has no subcategories. If I wanted to add a subcategory of that, I could add another special cat, and go down here and say another special category, and save. And now, if we go back to Categories Management, again we have to kind of find our way back down there again. And now under Tony's special category, notice it has subcategories. And if we go there, its subcategory is another special cat. Now we can delete, that one's selected, so we can delete it. Yes, we'll delete it. And notice how it shows no categories now. So if we go delete category here, or we could go right here and you can see this guy. We can select him and go delete selected. Now we're back where we started again. And that's how the categories work. Now when you create a product, or when you modify a product, you select the categories that it appears in. So we'll look for a product here. Oh, I should show you this first. Categories. It'll show you how many products are in the category, so here. And so it'll show you that there are we'll go back here. It'll show you 8 products in the category. If we click on this number right here under products, it will display the 8 products in that category and allow us to set their position. We could set this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we could change them around, and allows you to manage the quantity in stock from right there. And so you can get to the products from the categories. You can also, and I'll show you quickly, you can come from the other direction, look for a product, and I noticed that on the search for products here, it's searching in that category. Notice that if you leave it there, it will search in the category that you selected. It retains that. Okay, so we'll go to At the Lake, and under At the Lake we can set, there's a main category, books. We can also add it to other categories by using the control key, the key in the lower left hand corner of your keyboard called CTRL. And what you can do is you can select multiple categories for it to appear in by clicking while holding down the control key. And so we'll add that one. Notice I'm holding down the control key. I can click that one, I can click that one, I can click that one, that one. I can unclick them by clicking them again using that control key. And you can select additional categories for that product to appear in, and that's how you add it to a category. Okay, we're running to the end of our 10 minutes here for this section. Hopefully that's given you a good feel for how to manage the categories, and we'll be doing some more of these sections for other parts of xcart. Thanks for watching. Bye.